Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
Man, I already feel electricity. K4 main event is sitting in the building. I can't wait to see this fight. March 16th, we're going to have the Out of Luck. K4 presents Out of Luck. And the main event is going to be Javier Torres versus Sean Doyle, professional Muay Thai. I know Javier's got lots of pro boxing fights, and Sean Doyle is making his pro debut, and we're going to be here to call it. First of all, let's throw it to Sean. How's it feel to make your pro debut at home?
Absolutely amazing. This is, something I've been looking forward to really since I started, having that dream of turning pro and everything. And here it is. And thankfully, when I'm choosing to do so and when I have the opportunity to do so is when we have really awesome promotion in K4 to make that happen.
That's a really cool answer. And now I'm going to turn this over to you, Javier. You've got a lot of pro fight experience. You already had 3 fights. You've already had your first pro win. All that's out of the way, but you haven't fought Muay Thai before. Is this professional Muay Thai before? Is this nerve-wracking to you, or is it just another day in the park for you?
I would say kind of in the middle. The nerves are always going to be there, no matter how much you try to hide it or not want them to be there. But I definitely am a little nervous, but more because I'm excited to finally let me use all my weapons against somebody who wants to do the same thing, who wants to come in and give a battle, and that's what I'm looking for. No matter what combat sport I'm doing, but to do it as a Muay Thai fighter and professionally it's really like a dream come true.
Okay, so that's awesome because you talk about the weapons, and that's kind of what this fight is going to be about. Obviously, you have 2 amazing weapons right here, and these 2 things.
Thank you.
And we've seen them very effective in your fights. I went back and I watched your fights, and man, like you definitely got some good combinations. You got some footwork. Even when the guy kept switching stance on you, you just you were able to keep your footing and you were keeping the range. But now there's more weapons. Now you're fighting Muay Thai. Now we're gonna add elbows and knees and kicks. And Sean Doyle proved he's a master at elbows. And now those pads are gonna be off. So I want to know what both you guys think about your ability to deliver your weapons and what weapons you're looking to deliver in this fight. And let's start with you, Javier, since I started with Sean last time.
Well, for me, like you said, first of all, thank you for. The last fight was against somebody who everybody thought I was going to lose against, and he came and made me work. And my game plan is to be able to use all my weapons, use what I'm good with. Using my hands to set up my elbows, using my angles to try to, set up whatever I can, because Sean, I've seen some of his fights and he loves coming in, throwing those elbows, and that's what I want. I want to be able to test myself against somebody like Sean.
Awesome. And now I'm going to turn it over to you, Sean. And I love the way that you talk. You never trash talk, but you always say what you're going to do and then you implement it. And sometimes it feels like trash talking, but I know that's just the way you talk because you're just stating what you think are facts. So let's hear how you're going to implement your weapons and how you think the fight's going to go.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, and I appreciate it. You take it that way because I never want to that way at all. It's all love and respect, but yeah, respectfully, obviously. Like I said at the end of my Oliver fight when we were chatting in the interview there, that really wasn't half of what I have to offer, and I look back at that fight and I'm not thrilled in that. The time between then and now with Worlds and everything that we've been doing in the gym, I'm a completely different fighter. So, you talk about using Javier's last fight to base him for this one. You can't even use my last fight to base me for this one. I'm so much different and I'm so much more evolved than I was then. You guys are going to be impressed with a lot more than just the elbows this time around.
All right. I have another question. I'm going to start with you. How do you think the clinch is going to go? This is what I think could be a very determining factor of this fight. Obviously, you've shown some skill in the clinch. You're probably improving, I'm sure. So I want to hear your thoughts on it first, Sean, and then we'll turn it over to Javier.
Obviously, Javier is a little bit bigger. This is a bigger weight class for me. That plays a factor for sure. But I think the technique is just going to be too much for him. The speed's going to be too much for him. And of course, I do have those tools of the elbows. He's never seen those elbows. He's never seen 3 or 4 of them put together off the same hand. And then all of a sudden you're getting with a kick, to wrap that up. That's different than anything he's seen before. I fought Josh Smith too.
All right, and we're gonna turn over to Javier. How do you think you're gonna be able to deal with the clinch being the bigger fighter?
I think I need to use that to my advantage. I think, especially not ever using the clinch and elbows and knees as much as a professional. But I invite, like I said, I invite that out. That's what I want him to do. I want him to come in and give me multiple combinations, multiple elbows, just so that way I can use that to my advantage. And when it comes to the clinch situation, just try to use as much technique as I can to keep him down because, again, he is coming in with more experience clinch wise. But I am going in there to show him that just because I'm never fought as a professional Muay Thai fighter doesn't mean that I don't know how to use the clinch and how to use the clinch with my knees and my elbows.
Hey, Javier, since you got a boxing background, are you going to use the jab?
I have to, man. Jab is a necessity in any fight.
Right.
I have an interesting question because I watch both you guys fight, and you both have high volume, and you both like to push the pace. Javier, you seem to come a little bit more forward than Doyle, but Doyle, you're very aggressive on the outside. You play the angles, and you're also very aggressive, and you're always driving action forward. Who do you think is going to push the pace in this fight? And is it going to be like what range is the fight going to be in? Are you going to be fighting kicking range? Like, is Javier going to jump through the kicking range, or are you going to be fighting at long range? I don't want you to don't say too much and spoil your game plan or anything, but spoil your game plan and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, man. I mean, that kind of just comes down to mid-fight adjustments. We got 5 3-minute rounds, so mid-fight adjustments, we're going to have to see where that fight takes us, what range is working best, where we have to go. Okay, if there's a range that's not working best, how can we adjust to make it work better?
What do you think about you, Javier? I seen you, even though that guy kept switching stances on you, just like, whatever, just kept trucking forward, dog. Like, that's some serious chin you got in there, too.
Like he said, it's going to be an adjustment, but I am going to make sure that I keep that volume going because for me, volume is a great way to set up multiple strikes and keep pushing forward, keep trucking, and no matter what the situation is, make sure that I have the higher output.
Nice. Ray, I know you want to ask your leg kick question. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Javier, how's your leg kicks? You got good leg kicks?
They're good. They're good, and I cannot wait to find out myself when it comes to March 16th. But before boxing and before I became a professional boxer, I was doing MMA, so I got leg kicks, and I know how to set them up. I know how to throw a kick. I know how to throw a knee. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they find that out.
For all you guys watching at home, you can look up Javier's fight on FCP. He threw a lot of kicks in that fight too. You can see him. He threw some head kicks. I can help you with the technique on that a little bit, but your kicks look really good.
Thank you.
Look like a little bit inflexible for the head kick, but like it's hard to tell. Totally different style of fighting too. I know that guy was trying to take you down a little bit more than that. Doyle, do you have any response to that? To leg kicks?
Oh, yeah. Throw him. Throw him.
I meant about yours.
Oh. I think that little base.
But trust me, they're going to get thrown. They're going to get thrown.
Okay.
All right. I got a question. This is I don't mean this to be insulting. This is kind of supposed to be funny, but are you gonna have a better tan this time than last time, Doyle? Because last time, every time you got hit, there was like giant welts and red marks on you. You're a little bit too white to not get a tan before these fights.
You know what though? It's out of luck, man. It's the day before St. Patrick's Day. I just gotta let these colors ride.
You can't be mad at that answer.
Right? Like, dude, you're gonna touch me one time and my ribs will be red, and that is what it is. That's just how it is. That's how I am.
I look forward to painting that canvas, man.
So we were. This is totally a little bit off topic, but we were talking with Tom Kilkenny, and Tom's like, "Yeah, look how much damage Doyle took." I was like, "Man, like you touched Doyle and he turns red. Like that's not
Right.
really damage."
That's been something since like I was 16, 17, and started fighting and stuff. That like, yeah, even with like the way back with the shin guard fights and stuff. One on the ribs, and all of a sudden it looked like I was all beaten up, but come out winning all 3 rounds, and it's like what?
I mean, I
We
can't
had to
talk my shit either. I get hit in the nose, and that's
Yeah.
already automatically red.
Yeah, it happens.
It's just part of the game.
Yeah, it is, but like, man, like sometimes the judges are so bad. Like, oh look, I see damage.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's some damage, and like I think we should get you some bodybuilder like paint or something and coach you up a little bit so you get a little bit of a tan for for the fight.
Especially from guys down state, they're gonna be bringing it up.
Yeah, for sure. What is your goals for this fight and after this fight? Are you gonna continue to fight for K4? Are you gonna where are you guys gonna go next, or what's going on in your professional lives? Because we know how the fight's gonna be, and I got some fight about some questions about the trash talk in a cage that was really could use some work. But
Everybody's been telling me that.
but let's find out a little bit more about you guys. What's gonna happen for you next after this fight, Javier?
I want to continue fighting. I want to make statements no matter where I'm fighting at. I want to continue to set an example as a father, because I started this by myself, became a fighter by myself, and now as a family man, I found better motivation. My kids see somebody chasing their goals, so I'm going to continue being that example for them. But at the same time, I'm going to continue to kick ass no matter where I'm at and putting on good shows. As long as the money's right, too.
That's you should start with that, dog. You're professional. That's what matters first. Like,
Oh no! See, like I said though, above and beyond the money, it's about getting in there and testing yourself, proving yourself as a fighter, and getting in there with some of the best people in the world, and proving to yourself and to everybody else that this is where you belong.
Yeah, I like that answer. But I like the money answer just as much. What's next for you, Doyle?
Yeah, man, I'd love to keep riding it out with K4 and everything. I've already got hit up from a couple other promotions that I really look forward to seeing some opportunities with and everything. But as far as that goes, it really is one fight at a time. I'm a fresh slate. I'm 0-0 again,
Yeah.
So starting all over, 0-0. It's completely fresh start. Get to 1-0 and we go from there. But we got to worry about that getting to 1-0 first, right?
Right. So you're gonna continue on. You're gonna do Muay Thai. That's really all you're interested in. You looking to do any K1 or anything too, or just Muay Thai?
Like obviously with promotions like One Championship and stuff, implementing both of the styles and everything. I prefer Muay Thai. I want to keep doing Muay Thai eventually down the line, or even sooner down the line, whenever, if it makes sense for me to have a K1 fight, I would take one, but that matchup would need to make sense, and as well as like the weight and the money, right?
Always the money. And then Javier, are you gonna be looking into doing more Muay Thai, or are you gonna stick with boxing?
I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. I will box. I will do Muay Thai. I've done a couple K1s as an amateur, and I'm just gonna keep on being a fighter.
Would you do bare knuckle fighting?
Okay. As a professional, I made a promise to my wife that I'd take one MMA fight, and then opportunities came about with bare knuckle, but like it would have to be the right deal.
Gotcha.
What about you, Doyle? Would you do bare knuckle?
When you say the right deal, yeah, I mean like a pretty penny. Sanchai needs someone to hop in there with in Thailand, and we're doing bare knuckle, and like it's a privilege, and you're making bank.
Oh hell
my
yeah!
mom, who's probably watching, absolutely not. That's the
answer. Your mom supports you no matter what you do. She's one of the best moms out there. Dude. She's always I can go one or two ways, but I gotta go to the moms because I know how much your mom follows us. Like she always comments on all my stuff now that I've had you on the podcast a few times. So you better look out though, because Ray likes the grandmas. So you better watch your mom, dude. Don't let Ray around your mom, man.
Oh, good God.
Sorry, Ray.
I see all the memes you be posting. You're gonna be your mom. It's gonna become a meme.
Oh, Caveman.
I'm sorry, but it's kind of the truth. So 4765 guys. Anyways, Ray knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ray ain't got no shame.
Ray got
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, you and Ray would get along really well, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, we can have a beer afterwards.
Yeah, definitely, man. Ray gets pizza the day after, so we always get pizza the next day. So we'll have to get you guys out for pizza too.
Sounds good.
Maybe this time Ray will invite me too. He never invites me. He knows how much pizza I eat. I like that we got the cool nerdy guys on this side and the bald tough guys on that side.
Yeah, right.
I can't figure it out.
Says the guy. I'm wearing a Transformer shirt.
Yeah. Are you really? I couldn't see it. Oh damn! It's an Autobot shirt.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I guess you're kind of nerdy too.
I mix in well with all the crowds.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Sean Doyle rules Adam Sandler style. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I know that. Oh, Doyle.
Oh, Doyle rules.
How you doing, Joe?
Oh man. Anyways, let's get back to what your parents think about this fighting stuff. Your mom seems to really support you. How does she feel when you fight? Did she encourage you to do it, or discourage you to do it, or how's it go?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, she really wants me to just do whatever I want, whether that's fighting or something else. It doesn't really matter to her as long as I'm happy, healthy, and safe and everything. While she's watching the fight, she's watching through her fingers like this and holding on to whoever's nearby for dear life. You can ask Superfly; he's fell victim to that a couple times. So, but yeah, they absolutely want me to pursue everything. They know this is my dream, my passion, that I've put the past 7 years into it, and they've been there for all of that. So I can't thank them enough for that, and I really look forward to going out there and starting everything and being able to hopefully do something enough with that to be able to pay them back for it.
That's amazing. I really like that. And then Javier, obviously you're married, so you're in a little bit different situation in life. What does your wife think about the fight? Does she come? Does she watch the fights? Does she encourage you?
Yeah, she's super supportive. She's always walking out with me. When she got with me, I was already in the fight game, and I told her my time and time again, I will be 80 and still fighting if I could. And she's gonna be with me the entire way.
That's awesome, man. You might be 80 and still fighting. Like people keep fighting longer and longer all the time now. So hopefully we're still doing this in 40 years or so. I don't know how old you are. That's probably only 60. I won't be here longer than that, dude. So you're out of luck. After that, you got to find another podcast host. But I probably got 40 more years to interview you. So
hey, Ben's a little younger, right?
Yeah. How old are you, Sean?
23.
Oh, you're older than I thought.
You're 23?
Yeah. How old are you, Javier?
I'm 33.
Oh man, 10 years. That's awesome. So we got the veteran. Well, not really, but we got the young guy versus the old wily veteran. We saw that a little bit too. Let's talk about money. So for all you guys watching, these guys get a cut of the tickets that they sell. So when you buy your tickets, if you go to promo code and you put in K4 Doyle, Doyle will get credit for the ticket that you sold, and he'll get some extra cash. Which I mean, these guys are professionals, so they actually get paid. But a lot of the amateurs don't get paid. So as we go through and we talk about like how expensive it is, it's really expensive to do these camps. It's really expensive to set up these fights. You guys need more medicals than everyone else, so you guys have to get medicals. And for Javier, it's K4 Torres, so TORRES. So if you're just listening on the audio side of the podcast, it's TORRES. It'll be in the description anyway, so you guys can just copy that when you put it in your summary. So you get your tickets and then you go to summary and there's promo code in there. Make sure you put in promo code K4 Doyle. K4 Torres or K4 Caveman's Corner. If you put our name in, I promise that 100% of the money that we get from selling tickets is going to go back to the fight bonuses for the night. So if you don't have a favorite fighter, support us, and we'll try and get back to all the guys. Usually the pros win anyways, because usually their fight's the best for fight of the night. But hopefully we can get you that bonus tonight, or not tonight, but on the 16th.
I like it. I like it.
Do you guys think that this is going to be a 5-round fight, or do you think it's going to end early? How you guys?
I hope it goes all 5 rounds. If it ends early, that means it ended early. But I want it to go all 5. I want full 4 rounds with nothing but pure brutal action, pure destruction, and pure violence. That's what I'm looking for in this fight.
What about you, Sean?
If it goes 5, I'm in shape for 10, but I don't think it'll go 5.
Oh, I like it. I like
You
it.
can be as tough as you want, but a cut's a cut.
Are you guys worried when you fight Ty about getting stopped by a cut? Because sometimes, man, those cuts can be real bad, and they're like so bad you don't even feel it. Like you get cut, and you're like, man, why are they stopping the fight? Like I know elbows are awesome for that reason, but they also suck for that reason for people watching.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's really what I'm saying. You know, you can be as absolutely tough and brutal as you want, and come forward and whatever. That's awesome, but split you in the right spot, you start dripping blood. What are you gonna do about it?
I don't cut easily.
Have you fought with elbows?
Don't leave it to the doctor.
Oh my God, yeah, don't leave it to the doctor. So
Let's hope not, man. Let's hope that even if it's a nice clean cut, they let us keep going. Because I mean, again, you're gonna have to stop me or put me out for me to not keep going.
Okay.
yeah, that dude, I watched Javier fight, and that's
No, I
true.
know.
And like
Man.
Doyle's the same way, man. Doyle doesn't quit, and like if he's gonna be looking to cut you, so like it's gonna be important that we have the right doctor ringside, so we don't get the fight stopped. So just so you guys know, I know you guys know, but I mean the people watching at home, the referee doesn't determine when the fight stops or not. The referee can want the fight to go, but if the doctor waves a fight off, then the fight's over. So a lot of times they boo the ref when the ref waves a fight off and they get on the ref, but really the doctor's the one that makes the call. So
Right.
save your booing for the doctor. Don't boo the ref. Like Jean Paul is one of the best Muay Thai referees around. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be reffing this fight. So, like, if something happens and there's a cut, like, it's not the referee's fault. Go boo the doctor. Don't really do anything bad to the doctor, but you can boo the doctor. Just don't boo the Jean Paul. Like man, like he got some shit last time. He's just not the one that stops the fights. Like it's not on him. So let's keep the referee. If it's a bad call, then it's on the referee. If it's anything else, like it's out of his hands. So any doctor stoppage is completely out of his hands. All right, let's talk about the trash talk. So you guys went in the cage, you faced off, and so you guys had a really super intense face off, but the trash talk could have really used some work. Neither one of you guys really said anything bad about each other and all kinds of horrible stuff. It was always like, yeah, I'm gonna win, and like, no, you're not. I'm gonna win. Like, and it was pretty much like that kind of nice. So we're gonna give you like I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes to try and do a better one. And if it's better, I'll chop it up and I'll post it. If it's not any better, at least we tried, and we'll just laugh about it later. All right, so here we're at. K4. Oh, hang on, I'll get the banner going and everything. So if we cut it,
That's too funny.
K4 fighting out of luck Saturday, March 16th. You guys are gonna go to war. We got Sean Doyle and Javier Torres. These guys are gonna fight. Pro fight main event of the evening. Sean Doyle, what do you think about your opponent?
I think he's gonna taste his own blood and be stopped in the second round. Oh my gosh.
Javier, what do you think about that?
I think you're gonna run into a wall and realize by the 4th round you ain't gonna want to be in there with me anymore.
I don't need to
I'm gonna let me go ahead and in the words of what was his name, Mr. Shamrock, I'm going to beat you with an 11th death.
With a what?
Within a living death.
That's a little bit past my time, man. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so look up
All right.
Tito Ortiz and Frank or Ken Shamrock press conference and just watch that. And
I got you.
Yeah. I guess I
I'm
can't
sure
top
it was
that out.
perfectly executed, but it missed. I'm not gonna lie.
well, listen, for the that's a 30-second preparation. I don't think that was too bad.
Props to you.
I'm really glad that you guys can both fight really good because you both kind of suck at talking trash.
Yo, don't let my wife catch you saying that because she won't let me hear the end of it.
Oh man,
She's the main one running her mouth talking shit, talking about how I suck at shit talking. And
Yeah. It's something you probably should develop to sell tickets, but man, it don't really matter as long as your actions can back it up.
I think once they see the fight, I think once they see what we both bring to the table, the words ain't gonna mean shit because we leave those at the cage door and we let everything else do the talking.
Yeah, Doyle never talks shit. He's always Joe Wall says, "Bring her on the podcast now."
I'll definitely mention it.
Hey, Miss Torres, if you want to come in and talk some shit, I know you're in the background. I saw you walk by earlier. If you can hear me, come in and talk some shit and sell this fight.
Oh, she'll embarrass everybody here. She'll embarrass everybody here.
Yeah, that's okay. I can't talk trash talk either. My wife is much better at it than I am too. I think it just comes with the territory. We spend a lot of time being respectful in Muay Thai, and it's hard to talk trash. Doyle is just. I love the way that like Doyle is. He's perfect. He just says what he's gonna do, and then he either goes out and does it or he doesn't do it. So it's not like it's just that's the kind of trash talk I think is awesome. And Javier is kind of the same way. So you don't run into this wall. Like both you guys are super respectful, and like while it doesn't make my job very easy to say like, oh, these guys hate each other. You guys don't need to hate each other to really put on a war. And I don't know why. Why do you think that is? Why are you guys so different than like all these other guys that like just talk a bunch of shit and then sometimes they don't show up, sometimes they do show up. What's the difference?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Start with Doyle.
Honestly, I just need to think you're an awful human being for the duration that we're in that cage. Right? I mean,
Wait, what'd you say?
I just have to think honestly, like that cage clinks, and you're not Javier Torres anymore, right?
Yeah.
I don't care how awesome of a human being you are. You know what I mean? That you got kids and everything. That's a completely different person. I respect that about you as a competitor, but when we're in that cage, that's not you anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm getting some music. I'm that I can't.
It's clear
Is it
for
me?
me. I heard it pretty good. He said that like once the door closes, you're not Javier Torres anymore. You're just
I can't. All I hear is music coming out of anything.
Oh man, you must be listening to something on your phone. I don't know. That's we're clear on ours. Joel Wall. Very well said, Doyle. He likes it. I like it too. I think that's pretty cool. And clip that up. Hey Ray, maybe if you take your shirt off, she'll come on camera and trash talk.
I don't know if you guys can hear. All I hear is music from the background.
We can hear you. I'm sorry if you can't hear us. It must be something on your phone. Check your phone. You might be playing something on your phone since you got the earbud in, right? No, he's gone. That's right. Welcome back, Doyle. It's just a Sean Doyle show now, baby. We trash talked him all the way out of here.
His wife told him to get off the.
She's calling. She's speaking some lines. Oh man, how excited are you to make your debut in front of the home crowd, dude? Like, this got to be amazing.
Yeah, no, truly, absolutely. I know so many people are coming out for this one. So many people that can't come out for this one are going to be buying pay-per-view and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. They're going to be listening to your angelic voices on the microphones.
Definitely. Yeah, can you hear us now?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell that was.
All right. So basically, Doyle said he doesn't care what kind of person you are. You're a great person in real life, but once the cage door is shut, you're not a person anymore. You're just a person to fight.
You're damn right. I'm in there trying to stop you, and you're gonna try to stop me. That's the only way it's got to be.
Yeah, and that's why he doesn't really need to talk trash, and like he's able to separate it like that. And then the question was like, why are you guys so different than all the other guys that talk a lot of trash and then get in there? And then I guess it's on you now, Javier.
Well, a lot of guys feel like I feel like if you got to talk a lot of trash, you're probably trying to hype yourself up, and I don't need to hype myself up. I know what I bring to the table. I know I've seen what Sean brings to the table, and that's enough for everybody to come back and then want to come back and see it again.
I agree. I think that's pretty well said as well. Um, man,
Hey,
he's
Javi,
got
are you
dead
from
stare.
Javi, are you from Florida, right? From Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
So, like, you train at Watertown now. How you like it out there?
Oh, it's the best. Like I once I made the move to New York and started training up here, I saw a world of difference. I got my first win up here, and this is where I matured as a fighter and started growing with the sport, all the sports that I was in, and really kind of kickstarted my career. And actually, turning pro, I would have gone pro a long time ago, but I was always under the impression that you have to have certain requirements, and it wasn't. And then I found out, no, go ahead, go turn pro and just keep fighting, and that's what I did.
So, you
And
think that training in Miami, because it's a wild party city, and being in a boring town like Watertown, it made you focus on training?
absolutely, but I think more it was finding my wife and starting a family kind of gave me a different motivation. So I mean, I've always wanted to be a fighter. I've always wanted to go in there and continue doing my craft. But once I became a dad, it was a whole different ball game. I was sure I would now. I'm like I said before, I'm an example for them, and I intend to show them, what it's like to chase a dream, to have a dream first of all, and then chase it.
Are your kids going to be at the fight?
What?
Are your kids going to come to the fight?
Um, they're gonna be in the area. They haven't never seen me really fight before. They've seen me spar. And one of my sons had a reaction that wasn't all that great. He was crying, but I want them to watch me. They've seen me on TV before, like when I go and play back videos, they watch me. But it's something I definitely want to try and get them to do. But I don't want to end up being like Mark Coleman. That one time he brought his daughters in Pride,
Yeah.
and they all started crying, and I think that would break my heart seeing my kids cry like that.
Yeah, I always brought my kids to watch me fight, and like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it's bad when you lose. You know what I mean? But I always thought that that's part of life, and
Yeah.
like you're not invincible no matter how tough you are, and like it's I always thought it was great for my kids to see that, because like I'm known as being this like tough guy, but sometimes being tough's not enough. Sometimes you still get put out. Like everything can happen, and like some of the fighters bring their kids, some of the fighters don't bring their kids. For a lot, we had a lot in a row that don't bring their kids, and I felt like a terrible dad. So I'm just trying to make myself feel better, but it's not really working that well.
I mean, I want to. I want. Who knows? I might even bring them to this one and see how it goes, and then from here on, I'll have them see me fight live. But we'll take it one fight at a time.
Yeah,
How old are your kids?
I got my twins. I have a boy and a girl twin who are 6. I have a 13-year-old, and then I have a little boy who's going to be 6 years old.
Oh, okay.
wow, that's some heavy work you put in there.
Yeah, yeah. This is why it's so important for me to set that example, because they see me wake up in the morning, I head to work, and I'm gone, and then I come home and I train and spend whatever time I can with them.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys are gonna watch this on TV and you're gonna find a way to do it, make sure you're watching it at K4 Fighting. Hang on, let me double check it. I don't want to say it the wrong way. It's is it .com or .tv? I'm gonna look it
TV.
up right now. Yeah, .tv. K4Fighting.tv. That's where the pay-per-view is. It's the only place to have it. There's 10,000 streamers that are gonna be popping up, especially in the next couple weeks or so. It'll probably pop up in the comments here. Do not click any of those streams. They're all fake. It's only K4Fighting.tv. That's the only place to get the pay-per-view. You'll hear me, you hear Ray, you hear Ben Field, and we'll be breaking down the coverage for you guys. All the other ones are scams. Make sure you go to K4.tv. Okay,
Yep.
that's the place to watch the pay-per-views. Tell all your friends that too when you guys hear it. It's not on boxing anymore. It's on K4Fighting.tv. And the pay-per-view is supposed to be like hooked up this time. I know there was a little bit of problem with the start of it last time. They got that all ironed out. It was like a website problem, so it should be all set to go as soon as you order it this time. We apologize. I don't have nothing to do with it. I just talk, but I feel bad that the first fights got a little bit chopped up. We apologize again. Like it's technology. We're trying to make it better. We're trying to grow, trying to be better hosts, trying to be better at everything. Doing with promotion keeps really trying to grow it, and like we don't want to miss you guys. You guys are like what sell the show, so we got to make sure that we get you out there as much as we can, because like high level main events like this are what people want to see, and we want to be known for having great events. And if we don't have the pay-per-view out and it sucks, then it's not great, and we don't want to mess up your fights. I mean, yeah.
No, I really appreciate it. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I was just talking I was at Buffalo Cryo, and I was just talking to Doc over there, and I was saying, I think someone was telling me the last show, it was the first time using the same company as like the pro wrestling out of there or something like that.
Yeah.
It looked really nice. Like even on the Jumbotron and stuff, the quality, everything looked really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera angles were really good. Everything was really good. The sound was great. All our mics worked good. The TV was good. Everything was good on our end too. Just getting the pay-per-view out from the venue. They had some issues with it, with the website and the way they were streaming it at first. So they had we had some nerds in the back like typing some shit real quick and getting it out, man. Like I don't know what happened. It's like past my pay grade for sure.
Sounds stressful.
Yeah.
It was stressful because we're talking. All of a sudden, my phone's like, burr, 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 burr. I'm like, the pay-per-view's not coming through. What? Well, give me my pay-per-view money. I'm like, oh shit. I just put my phone down and kept talking. I was like,
I can't even imagine having to deal with that.
No, thank you. That's too funny.
Yeah. And then Ben's kid was sick, so he wasn't there. And then like,
That's right.
yeah, it was tough because I was trying to take the lead, and like I don't know how to do that stuff. Like,
It was a great event all around, though. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man. It was good. I will get back to you guys. Sorry to talk about myself for a minute. Like that's what happens when you get the podcast, though. Let's talk about your training camps a little bit. You're coming out of ATT Watertown. What's it like training there? How many partners do you have? And what's a typical day like there?
Oh my goodness, the team there is amazing. My head coach Rick Huntsman, he just takes care of everything. He's so knowledgeable in what he's doing. We are here training with the Bang Muay Thai system. I think it's a great system. I never really use any systems like it. It tends to get very complicated, but once you get to know it, it's great. My training partners, Dylan, Pete, everybody's there is a team, and above and beyond that is a family. They know when it's time to put in the work, they're gonna go ahead and help me out, and just as much as I help them out, and we sharpen each other's iron there.
How big is your facility? I know ATT, that's like a gym you have to pay to have the name, right? So you guys got like a ton of people there, or
Oh yeah,
like
for a small town, especially the Muay Thai classes, they tend to get really big. And big shout out to ATT here in Watertown, Coach Rick and everybody there. I love you guys. It's very family oriented, and for a small town, the classes do get really big. We also have a boxing coach, Joey Fratelli, who is just as amazing as everybody there. Working my hands, helping me get better there. So I kind of switch between Joey and Rick with the boxing and the Muay Thai, and trying to better my craft.
So definitely, if you guys are in Watertown, go check out the gym. Go train in Javier. So one of the only sports where you can go train with some of the elite guys. Like you just walk in and you'll see some professionals there, and maybe they'll beat you up. Don't nothing kinky though. Like don't pay someone to beat you up. That's some weird shit. Do you ever have a guy like that? One guy was messaging me and Ray for a while. I wanted us to beat him up. Remember that, Ray? Like forever ago.
Like as a kink.
Yeah, like some kind of kinky guy. I was like, why don't you? Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
it's pretty weird. Well, that's probably from a tentacle porn site that you were always frequenting. Anyway,
that's a little too weird for my taste right there, and I find myself a little weird sometimes. But even that's going a little far.
Yeah, my only kink is Asian, so like I don't know. I think it's kind of normal. I don't know. Like, what can you say?
Hey, you like what you like. Can't be mad at that.
Joe's like, I mean, $20 is $20, yeah. If I was sure they would pay me $20, I'd be someone up. Even if they got off by me beating them up, if they're gonna pay me. But I'm not sure. It seems kind of weird. Like, I need the money up front, I guess. And then you can't do nothing weird. You gotta leave your clothes on. But I'll beat you up. I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
And then,
Just treat it like a nice big old sparring match to pull Sean Strickland.
yeah, that dude is out of control. All right, Doyle. Let's try and bring this back on the rails. Let's talk about your gym and where you guys are training out of, and give some props to your coaches and how do people come train with you.
Yeah, so I train out of Fight Nights Boxing Club, Hyde Park in Niagara Falls. My head coach is Pat Soundora, and then Ryan is my assistant coach. And then my main teammates, Mikey Stevens, Alex Martell, Mackenzie Musgrove. And then we have guys from WNY in all the time, guys from Southtowns, Gabe and Cassidy from Elevation. We're at Booma. So that's like our core solid group there. And then we travel or we have people coming out to us all the time to get in that extra work.
That's awesome. So you always got teammates and you got great coaching. I know when you travel, sometimes your coaches travel with you guys to watch you spar too. I know when Mikey came out, your
Yeah.
coaches were there, and like it's great to see that you have such a tight knit team, man, and that like your results speak for themselves. Not to take anything off of you guys, but how's Mikey's arm?
He's doing all right, man. No, I appreciate that big time. He's had to take it a little easy and everything, but he's just been knowing his limits and getting the rounds in, whether it's drilling or sparring, pad work, until he knows he's got to take it a little easier and do his exercises for rehab on it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad all that stuff got worked out with him and Keith and the way it came out. I know like it seemed a little bit like the X through it was like seemed
Yeah.
like disrespectful. It totally wasn't. And like we're from a different era, dude. Like that's how it was when we came up. Oh, the champion's out. Who's gonna take his spot? Like it was definitely not disrespectful. And like I didn't even like I was sitting in the gym and then one of my guys came up to me. He's like, "Oh man, what's going on with Keith?" I was like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "That big X through it." I was like, "I'd be totally disrespected if that happened to me." I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's a champ. Like that's what happens when a champ can't fight. Someone's got to step up." And then I realized, wow, that might be that could be deemed as disrespectful. And
yeah, and I mean it's all said and done and everything, but we just didn't know the fight was even happening.
Oh yeah. Keith said about that too.
So that's where we were a little like, wait, what? But yeah.
So like when I saw that and I liked it and I loved it and I want to apologize for that too. Like I didn't to me like that wasn't disrespectful, but like I know like respect is what this sport's all about, and I didn't mean to throw any shade to your guys' way or anything. Like I thought that was normal, and yeah. So I just want to like come out and say I apologize for that too because I put a big heart on it. And yeah, I'm trying to sell a fight. I was like, oh man, and like he's like, yeah, that's some Dana White stuff, and like he meant it in a positive way. And then my guy was like, yeah, that's some Dana White shit, and he meant it in a not positive way.
That's too funny.
Yeah, like it's crazy because like we're only just a few years older, but we look at things like so different. Like it's so different now, and like sometimes it can come across as disrespectful, but it is really not. And I know Keith. Like I train with him all the time. He's my best friend. I know he'd never be disrespectful to you guys. We have nothing but respect for your gym and like all the fighters, really. Well, not all the fighters, but all the fighters that fight for K4 and that really fight. Like no one likes the guys that talk a bunch of shit and never show up and fight. Like those aren't even really fighters.
Likewise, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that we got this out live on the air. I know like everyone, we always talk behind the doors, but no one knows until like we say it on here. And I want to make sure that like it's known because I hearted that and like I thought it was a cool thing, man. And then I guess it's not like really when you think about it, but like to me that was like cool. I was like everyone knows Mikey's a champ, like he's great. You know what I mean? Like it was definitely no disrespect to him because, dude, he's a savage dude.
Yeah, man, he's a killer. He's been helping me out for this camp and everything, big time.
Yeah. Sorry, Javier. That's some local.
You're fine. You're good. You're good.
I know it had nothing to do with your fight, but sometime I'm meaning to talk to Doyle about, and I wanted to do it while we're live and people are watching, and it's not like, oh yeah, like you kiss up to me when no one's watching, but like want to make sure that like when I
Yeah,
make a
you're good,
mistake,
man. You handle your shit.
Oh yeah, appreciate it big time.
yeah, like if you say something, like you have to back up your words and then explain yourself. That's what it is. And in this game, dude, we love you guys to death. And like I always want to promote fights. Like so, I want to make the fights sound great. And but first and foremost, it's always about respecting the fighters, and that's more than to me. That's more than any of the fights or like anything to get paid. Like it's always about like giving you guys a platform to really express yourselves and get known because that's how you guys make money too. And like this is why we started a podcast before when we work with any shows, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Well, Ray was trying to get grandmas, but
Yeah. I was setting up some grandmas on Plenty of Fish.
back in the day, Ray used to get us the lingerie football players, make us sleep on the
Oh
couch.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, we got the lingerie football players on for a podcast where they
Yeah,
wear
like
no clothes.
3 years ago, right?
Yeah,
It was hot.
yeah. But sleep on the couch since more than 3 years ago. That was before COVID. It was in the studio. It's like
Yeah.
2018.
Hey, man, I heard they're doing big things over there in Lingerie Football League.
I'm trying to get some on here again.
Yeah. They don't get paid shit, dude. They get so taken advantage of. It's terrible. All right, guys, let's we'll get wrapping up. We're really going off the rails. So I'm gonna ask a prediction, and then we'll give you a chance to plug your sponsors. Javier, what's your prediction for this fight?
Straight violence. I don't care what round it is. If I finish it in the first, I'll finish in the first. If it goes all the way to the fifth, I'm going to take him to the deepest waters he's ever been, and he's not going to fight anybody like me. And I just want to thank my one and only sponsor, Balanced Nutrition, here in Watertown, always keeping me hydrated. And even bigger shout out to American Top Team here in Watertown, because without them, I wouldn't be the fighter I am.
Awesome, man. Javier, thank you so much for your time. Sean,
Thank
same
you.
question to you. What's your prediction for the fight?
He goes 9 minutes with me maximum. Yeah. I'm gonna give him 9 minutes maximum with me. Well, if you include the rest, I'll give him a total of 11. But I'll give him 9 minutes actual fight time with me. And I would like to start off by thanking TJH here, Odyssey Esquire Law Firm. Thank you very much. My number one sponsor right there for this fight in this camp. I also want to thank Buffalo Cryo, Fight Nights Boxing Club, the gym I'm from. Limitless Performance, in-house training there for all of our cardio, conditioning, and everything there. And then also Terry's Boxing Club and Terry's Workout Center. Really appreciate those guys. That's actually where I coach. So they hook me up there big time with making sure that I can use the equipment, making sure that I have the resources that I need with everything there.
Right there in Hurdle?
Yeah, yo.
Dude, you're like 2 blocks from my house.
And your wife like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, you're so close to my house.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you're taught there. Like I could run over and spit at you.
Yeah. Please don't.
Surprise! It's the thing with these small towns up here in the north.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. All right, I'm sorry. I mean, Terry's next sponsor. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, man. I just got 2 more out in Weedstock on the res, and Hetty's Hash by them too as well. I appreciate those guys big time.
Nice, man. Sorry to interrupt your plugs, but that's crazy that you're that close.
Yeah.
Dude, like that's amazing. Like you're right, my neighbor. I should come over and punch you in the face once.
Yeah, swing by, say what's up.
Yeah, I will. All right, man. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Remember, K4 fights. Do not miss these fights. They're gonna be at Buffalo River Works. It's called Out of Luck. It's Saturday, March 16th. You can go online. You can get your tickets right now. They're already available. Always use a promo code, just K4 in your fighter's last name, or K4 Caveman's Corner. So if you put K4 Torres, K4 Torres, Javier is going to be credit for the ticket. Or if you put K4 Doyle, Doyle, he'll get credit for the tickets. These guys, they have to pay for medicals. They have all kinds of expenses. Yep. They get paid to fight, but not nearly what the pros make. These guys are eking out a living. They need to get sponsors. They can use all the money they can get. We can use all the money we can get. I gave away $400 out of my own pocket last time. I
love that. I love that you do that.
Yeah, I would like to at least break even. Instead of giving away money, I'd like to like scratch even with what I make. And then if I could do that, I would be more than happy to do this. But like I pay more than I bring in for that. But like it is what it is. Like sometimes I can gather up money, sometimes I can't. And if I can, I'm still gonna give it away. Like that's part of Caveman's Corner. Ray,
Yeah,
Ray's not
respect
supposed
that.
to do it catching up with the money, though. Mr. Ray. So please send more $10 gifts so he takes off his shirt so we can afford to give away so much more money like we do.
And then maybe
I get
next
run
time I'll
over and
talk to the
spit
wife.
you. Joe Wall said he could run over and spit you. Caveman 2024. That'll be my new presidential campaign. Definitely gonna do that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I cannot wait for your fight. You guys are awesome. You're very respectful towards each other. There's even respect in the cage. Like you're gonna beat each other up, and then you're gonna be respectful right after too, man. And that's the best part about you guys. There's nothing fake about you. You don't need to have all the bullshit. You just go in, and you're both gonna give us your best effort. And man, this fight is worth it. They don't need the bullshit because they have the fighting skills to back it up. And this is the main event of our card, and it'll probably be one of the best main events K4 has ever had. There's a lot to live up to with that being said, but I think this is the fight to make it happen. We got like pro boxing against pro Muay Thai. Doesn't get better than this. This is like style versus style fight almost, and I can't wait to see it. Ray, what's your prediction for the fight?
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, that
It's
was
gonna
on
be.
spot.
It's gonna be. I know, right? It's gonna be a banger, though. I believe it's gonna be a banger.
Okay, stop
I'm
politicking.
gonna say this though. I'm gonna say
Be real.
it's not gonna go to decision. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody's gonna be knocked out.
Wow, who's gonna be knocked out, Ray?
I don't know. Somebody's gonna get knocked out. Damn, K man, you put me in the spot, man.
I did.
For
It's my favorite
real.
thing to do. What's that?
I said for real. You put him on the spot for real.
I do. I like to do. Look, his face is already sweating. He's
I can see it. Look at I can see it.
Somebody go get knocked out. That's all I'm gonna say. And how
Awesome,
go
man.
to the judges.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna ask Ray again on the pay-per-view, and he won't be scared to say it when it's on the pay-per-view. So you guys have to listen to pay-per-view to see what Ray's true thoughts are. All right, guys. Thank you once again for watching Caveman's Corner. We appreciate you. Thank you to Integrity Martial Arts for paying for this, and we love you all. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
Thank you, guys.